That's a whole other. There we go. Well, good morning, all. Oh, good morning, morning, all, or evening, afternoon, whatever, wherever you're watching. So that's the end of a week off. Let's talk about fitness. Fitness cake in my mouth. Fuck. I have seen improvements. Obviously, walking and running has reduced my belly size quite a bit. Quite happy with that. My working out with the weights is improving my chest, arms. Sorry, Rocky Horror Picture Show. Gotta stop quoting that shit. It's so good though. Yeah, no, working out is improving me. Only issue is I haven't been sharing it to Instagram anymore because I know that's probably getting boring as shit, seeing my constant little 2-mile fucking track record, because God knows it bothers me. Anyway, yeah, I do 2 miles. The other day I went down there to do my run, and there were so many fucking people. I mean, there was a load of people just walking back from Chester, a group of inebriated teenagers. They were a pain in the twat. Then there was just a load of cyclists, and loads of them weren't like behaving naturally. Like, they were all trying to ride besides each other, and they weren't giving way, and they weren't being respectful. And it was like, for fuck's sake, I can't keep checking over my fucking shoulder every 5 seconds when I'm running. It's not fucking good, because you're not concentrating on where you're fucking going then. Not only that, but obviously over the years I've not been the fittest person, so now it's leading to injury and recovery times, obviously. I'm not going to go into a vast amount of detail into this one, but let's just say there have been some complaints physically, some damage to fleshy areas that on a fitter person wouldn't cause trouble, but because I have been static for a long time, certain areas have. Right, it's to do with my feet, so I'll put it that way before you start drawing conclusions in your own head. It's going to take a long time and a lot of damage and then recovery time to get my feet to where they need to be for running, as it turns out. I can run, just not very well. Let's say ugly fucking miles every time. So what I've been engaging in is a bit more of the rowing machine at home. I don't need to leave the house for it, and apparently it's better than running anyway. It's low impact, it's working the whole body instead of just the legs, and it doesn't fuck with my toes, so that's there you go. You know, it's just one of them. As my missus says, I've never been much of a runner. I was in high school, but that was fucking hell. You know, we're talking over 18 years ago for high school. We're talking an entire lifetime away for that. So, I will continue to try, but I think it's going to have to be so sparing that it doesn't cause injury, or it gives me time to recover from injuries that I might cause myself. But never mind. Like I say, rowing machine, I got myself a skipping rope. I'm not very good at it. My first proper attempt, I got maybe 5-6 cycles into the skip, and then I obviously pulled my arms out too tightly and the thing whipped me in the fucking neck. I suppose you live and learn with these things, but I was never very good at skipping anyway. I mean, I've never been very good at it. My diet has vastly changed. I may have mentioned this in the last video, but I've been having, and Instagram, I've said it definitely on Instagram, but I've been having mostly eggs for breakfast with brown bread. And yeah, I can say that the way that my body is distributing that food and that energy is way better than it ever was with the likes of cereals and things. And me and my partner have a suspicion that I'm on the higher end of the lactose intolerance rather than the lower, because every time I seem to have copious amounts of milk or milkshake or yogurt, fucking don't start me on yogurt. Yogurt is definitely a killer for me. I don't know what it is about the procedure that they use to make yogurt, but it seems to just go straight through me. Burp me. But yeah, you know, I spoke about milk and now I'm feeling sick. Great, cool. No, it just appears that I'm on the higher end of the spectrum for that sort of thing, you know, for lactose intolerance. And for a while we were considering I might be celiac as well, because of the way I balloon when I have bread. Is there something happening today I'm not aware of? I know it's a Sunday morning, but where the fuck is everybody? Oh, they're all behind me. Cool. Yeah, so, you know, for a while we considered celiac, but I don't know if that was just my gut culture being the way it was, or if I'm actually celiac. I seem to be able to have brown bread a lot easier, so maybe it's just, I don't know. We were going to get one of them fucking tests. You know, you have to pay for a test, like 25 quid something, and then you send them a sample of your blood or some shit, and they tell you what you can and can't eat within reason. We were going to do all that, but it just hasn't been on the cards yet, and I've still got a fucking wedding to pay for, so you know. Yeah, all this trying to be healthy bollocks. I did a killer set yesterday. 3 sets, 12 reps in like all my shoulder exercises, and then I did my biceps, triceps, did my squats. Let's have a cold shower, because I was literally just like, you fuck. Fire after that point. Great. Just need to be able to do it more, but it's time, because that kind of heavy sets workout takes like an hour easily, especially with rests, because you've got to rest in between sets. Jesus Christ, do you? And what I was working on yesterday was mostly my upper, and I've been using the rowing machine and squats for my lower and full body, so you know, I've got mats so I can do my sit-ups, but I haven't been doing them for a few days. So I'm trying to work it all into one regime, I suppose. It'd be nice if it could all fit into one single workout slot, if I could just blitz through all of them, but I'm excessively fat. No, I'm actually doing a lot better these days. Long may it continue. I mean, I was never going to be Mr. Universe or Mr. Olympian or whatever it was called that Arnold used to do. I'm never going to get them. The guy I look up to a lot in the industry, Ross Edgley and Eddie Hall. I've spoken about them before, and I will continue to do so. They are amazing at what they do. They create great videos and such, but I'll never be on their level. I'm not kidding myself in all of this. It'd be nice to look as good as Ross Edgley does, because he is a fucking animal, but I'll have to settle for me.